Before we start, we'd like to thank SimpliSafe for sponsoring this video. One thing we've probably all done is try to restore something old, crusty, or damaged. At one point in our life, we could have tried to repair a broken toy, fix a pipe, replace a fuse, or change the bulb in the kitchen. Sometimes we are successful and happy with the outcome of our attempt, other times we are disappointed. One thing is true though, fixing things could be fun, especially classic cars. This is probably one of the reasons Richard Rawlings loves restoring cars. Well, in Richard Rawlings' case, he doesn't just do it for fun. He's made millions on car flips, and for instance, he made $175,000 profit on one car rebuild alone. Which car, you may ask? Well, keep watching to find out. Welcome to Tuna No Crust. Richard Rawlings is a regular on the channel, and if you are a fan of Fast and Loud, you should consider hitting that subscribe button. But if you didn't already know, Richard Rawlings was the famous host of the show Fast and Loud on the Discovery Channel, and most know him for that. But Richard is also a businessman behind the scenes and has opened a restaurant, branded race cars and dragsters, as well as sold many expensive car flips at auction. His business interests and career has made him successful, and at the moment, his estimated net worth is believed to be about $15 million. How did he get so rich? The 52-year-old millionaire launched Gas Monkey Garage in Dallas, Texas in 2002 and ran for 10 years until it became a location on a reality TV show viewed by millions. They showcased the special and entertaining process of restoring dilapidated cars in Richard's garage. On the auto television reality show, viewers watched Richard Rawlings and his crew at Gas Monkey Garage look for classic cars, which are usually not running and need serious work. Richard buys them, and he and his crew transform these old cars into fascinating automobiles in a short period of time. Viewers usually follow Richard through the journey until the cars are sold, where he states how much profit was made, but not every car is shown on TV. And not every car that is shown do we get to see how much is made. Most times, the viewers are not shown what happens after the vehicles are transformed. So, what happens to the vehicles? Three things could happen to transformed vehicles on Fast and Loud. The remodeled cars might go on auction, then featured on Fast and Loud again. Other times it remains in the garage and is listed for sale, and others end up in Richard's personal collection. No matter where they end up, the fact is that Richard Rawlings has made a lot of money from transforming old cars, and right now we're going through the ones who have brought him a lot of money, or beer, or both. Starting at the bottom of the list.
King Midget.
One king little person.
Come on, man.
It's definitely orange, isn't it?
So I picked up this King Midget the other day, along with a bunch of other cars and a falling down house. I stuck it on the net, and a guy gave me a call, said he was gonna come over and check it out.
Awesome.
1968 King Midget. Richard Rawlings' journey to Lakewood led him to an awesome investment, which is where he got the 68 King Midget, which is 9th on this list. Rawlings went to Lakewood to check out a collection at an old abandoned house with almost 20 cars on the property. Richard Rawlings bought them all for $500,000. He sold 3 cars out of the collection to his best friend Dennis Collins. Some of the cars sold included a Jeep Hearst, but that's not our focus. Our focus is on the 68 King Midget. Richard Rawlings towed the small vehicle to the Gas Monkey Garage, and all the crew did was to clean it up a little bit, as it had been sitting unused for a while. Then the fuel, air, and a spark, the cool, affordable 68 King Midget, came to life. Richard Rawlings got a buyer for it and sold it for an encouraging $1,000. Not the most he's ever made, but still a profit.
So Richard and Dennis dropped $300,000 on this really rare 65 Shelby Mustang the other day. And I was so excited that I opened my big mouth, and I probably shouldn't have. If I can get this running, which I have no doubt I can, you can make about $200,000 profit on top of that.
I told you, see there?
That was before I knew the motor was frozen up on the car.
1965 Shelby Mustang. The 1965 Shelby Mustang is 8th on the list. This is one of those vehicles Richard Rawlings buys already in good condition, then sells it for an amazing profit. When he picked the 65 Shelby Mustang at a premiere, the vehicle's engine was frozen. He had the mind of doubling the cost price of this automobile, but the Mustang was not running. If it ran, he could get $500,000. When the prospective buyer arrived at Gas Monkey Garage, Richard Rawlings asked for $600,000, and of course the buyer laughed at the price. According to the buyer, the price was too expensive for a car that wasn't running. At the end of the deal, Richard Rawlings was able to sell the Shelby Mustang for $400,000. That's a good deal, getting $100,000 from doing little to the vehicle. Now, let's get a word from the sponsor of today's video, SimpliSafe. Look, if you're like us, you love cars and want to protect the ones we own from everything, right? It's your baby, and if anything happened to it, you'd be devastated. Well, that's why we suggest you look into SimpliSafe to keep you, your car, house, boat, or whatever you've got safe. If someone tries to break in, damage, or steal your car and you don't have any security camera footage to show the police, your chances of catching the thief are slim to none. SimpliSafe is the security system experts trust. Place one of SimpliSafe's wireless outdoor security cameras on the outside of your home to record any activity going on outside. You can relax knowing your home and vehicles are being recorded, all the while you can go about your day. SimpliSafe offers so much more, like entry and motion sensors, smoke detectors, indoor cameras, and more, with all professional monitoring services that will dispatch the police or firefighters in an emergency. SimpliSafe protects your whole home around the clock 24/7, every door, window, and room. SimpliSafe is offering our viewers 20% off your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for an interactive monitoring plan and get your first month free. Check out the link in the description below to learn more. Now, back to the video.
Ahoy, Captain.
It's a land yacht.
That is a
It
land
is that.
yacht. That's the
Yes.
definition of a land yacht.
Golly.
72 boat tail. Check this out. 2-owner car. The guy had it in his man cave, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Buick Riviera. Our seventh vehicle had a brilliant mix of 60s Corvette style and 70s Buick. The Buick Riviera is one of the most attractive automobiles built by Richard Rawlings in the Gas Monkey garage. The rebuild has chrome wheels and a heavily charged Chevy LT4 engine. The Buick Riviera is not only attractive, but powerful and a perfect fit for anyone who loves luxury and speed. It was a contender at SEMA, and any future sell could amount to 5 times to 10 times the $300,000 budget the Gas Monkey garage invested in the flip.
Since a lot of people are trapped at home, I'm trying something a little new. Instead of just sticking a few pictures on the old interwebs and telling you what I got for sale, I'm going to tell you a little story. So right here is a first generation 1959 El Camino. First time they ever made them, and this was one of them, okay?
1959 Chevy El Camino. Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey garage crew had a huge job to restore an El Camino. Richard found the car in Amarillo, Texas, in a garage where it had been sitting since the 90s. The crew didn't disappoint as they transformed the 59 Chevy El Camino into a perfect blend of style and performance. The vehicle took its mark as one of the most notable vehicles built in Detroit, and this fascinating automobile from Fast and Loud is worth a fortune, given that it was the first model year for the El Camino.
Hey, what the is this?
It's half a Volkswagen van.
1966 Volkswagen Short Bus. The 1966 Volkswagen is prominently called the Shorty, was one of the 7 vehicles Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey garage came out with at the Barrett-Jackson auction. As auctions turn out to be, not all of the 7 vehicles turned in profits. However, the 1966 Volkswagen was profitable. Richard Rawlings bought the bus for $2,000 and he invested $7,500 to modify the bus. For a few seconds, can you guess how much Richard Rawlings ended up making? Well, Richard Rawlings made a huge profit of $38,500. This is huge. Over $30,000 in profit. And a great return. No wonder Richard Rawlings never gives up. Not only that, but they actually bought it back from the individual a couple of years later and sold it again on an eBay auction for another profit.
So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, some buddies of ours dropped a wrecked Ferrari F40 just right in our laps.
The service guy got a little overzealous, let's say, and introduced the car to the side of a building.
So the owner of the car didn't wreck it? Holy cow.
1991 Ferrari F40. Now, the profits are going to get huge. The third automobile on the list was wrecked in 2011 by a mechanic who steered a 1991 Ferrari F40 into a fence, thereby destroying the chassis and damaging the front end. Then it was restored by Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey garage crew. The 1991 Ferrari F40 was featured on Fast and Loud 2 years after its wreck. The Gas Monkey crew and Aaron Kaufman rebuilt the 91 Ferrari F40 to make it faster, lighter, and straighter. And they sold the car for $643,500. A whopping $243,000 profit.
You do not want that car.
So for $50,000, you won't build me my car.
Bam! 50 grand. Right there on the desk. And I'm like, I think that might be the most money ever spent on a kit car, including the one that was in the show.
Kit Knight Rider car. In an entertaining episode of Fast and Loud, Richard Rawlings was commissioned to build a custom Kit Knight Rider car. This was more of a challenge as Richard Rawlings was required to create the car in 2 weeks for David Hasselhoff's friend's birthday. Rawlings was offered $100,000. Aside from that, Richard Rawlings was offered an additional $100,000 if he could bring the car to his friend's party, pose with the car, and hang out. Rawlings had no problem with this, and he made a $175,000 profit on rebuilding the Kit Knight Rider car.
$500 to get down to, and $200,000, and $225 to get down, $5 to get down, $500 to get down to $25 and a half. Sold $200,000.
Whammo, sold $200,000.
1981 Jeep CJ7. Finally, here's the biggest profit ever made. The 1981 Jeep CJ7 is another big score and a huge profit. The Gas Monkey Garage was honored to work on rebuilding, restoring, and customizing a 1987 Jeep CJ7 for the Gary Sinise Foundation and Sunbelt Rentals. The automobile was restored in honor of all U.S. military branches. After the rebuild, the car was sold at a Barrett-Jackson auction in Scottsdale, Arizona. The 87 Jeep CJ7 was sold for an unbelievable sum of $1.3 million, with 100% proceeds going out to the Gary Sinise Foundation. The biggest profit went on not a Ferrari, but a Jeep. Well, that's it. These cars easily grossed Rawlings over $500,000. Insane, right? Let us know which of these cars was your favorite car flip and whether or not you'd buy one of the cars on this list. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification. Give this video a thumbs up and check out our Crusty Musty merch. Link is in the description below. We'll see you next time.